Andrew, can I get you a snack? Oh, again?
Welcome to Roseville Story Time!
Andrew,
Jen, this is for the children. It's for the children. I told them that this would be a weekly segment.
Okay. What is it this time?
Well, I was trying to think of a story of how we can respond when things get difficult.
Oh, Andrew, that is a big topic.
Enter Joseph!
Joseph? Are you starting with the trip to Bethlehem? No room at the inn. Running to Egypt with baby Jesus.
No, not that Joseph. That's New Testament Joseph. I want to talk about Old Testament Joseph. 11 brothers. He was loved by his dad so much that he was given a special coat.
Oh, okay. So what does Joseph's story teach us about having hard days?
Well, Joseph didn't start out perfect. He was actually pretty arrogant. God was speaking to him through dreams and visions, and Joseph would brag about those things to his brothers, and they did not like that he was their dad's favorite. Oh, let's throw him into a well! Yeah, get rid of him! Guys, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable with the trajectory of this conversation. Oh, no, wait, we can sell him off to those slave traders. Yeah, they'll take him to Egypt. And then we can tell Dad that wild animals got to him.
That must have broken his father's heart.
Really did. His father was very sad.
And Joseph, talk about your bad days.
That's right. But you know what? It's at this point that God started changing Joseph's heart. And Joseph started depending on God. And God started making him really successful.
Really successful? But I thought he was in slavery. How successful can a slave be?
Well, he got sold to a man named Potiphar. Hey, Joseph, I'm impressed. I'm gonna put you as second in charge of my entire estate, my whole business.
Wow, talk about turning lemons into lemonade.
That's right. But Potiphar had a wife. And his wife did not like that Joseph was putting God first instead of choosing to sin. So she threw him into prison.
Oh no! How unfair. Just when things were starting to turn around. How did Joseph respond?
Well, while he was in prison, he stayed dependent upon God, and he started treating people well and kindly, and he actually started taking care of the prison. And the prison warden was pretty impressed by this, and he said, "Hey, Joseph, I'm going to put you as second in charge of the whole prison."
Wow, that's incredible. It's like no matter what was happening to him, he depended on God, and he did his best anyway. He focused on following God and being kind to those around him.
That's right. And God provided for Joseph through a guy who got out of prison. He was a servant of the Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. And while he was serving the king of Egypt started having a really difficult time and didn't know where to turn. And the servant remembered Joseph and remembered that God was with Joseph. So the servant told the king all about Joseph, and Joseph came before the king. The king was so impressed with Joseph that he decided...
Don't tell me. He put Joseph in charge of something, didn't he?
Joseph, I'm going to put you as the second in charge of the entire kingdom of Egypt.
Whoa, so Joseph depended on God through it all, and God helped him to do his best. God used Joseph to help Egypt, as well as other countries around Egypt, through a really difficult time. That is such a good reminder. To do our best, we need to depend on God for help. Whether on a good day or a bad day, we can ask God to help us obey Him and be kind to others.
That's right. If you want to read more about Joseph and his story, it's found in Genesis 37 and 39 to 45. That's all. We'll see you next week for more Roseville Story Time!